The Indiana legislative session started and they're already discussing key issues. It was the first Cracker Barrel session of 2014. And tonight's Political Watch 10, News 10's Lindsay Yates looks at a key topic that took the focus of today's meeting.
Lawmakers answered questions about a variety of topics at the first Cracker Barrel of the year, but one key concern came from another politician, Terre Haute Mayor Duke Bennett. He shared his concerns about something costing the city millions, major changes to business property tax plans.
Over the last few years, the state's been looking at ways to reduce the tax burden in order to make the state more competitive. We all get that. We understand that we want to do everything we can to make this a great place to come and do business, but at the expense of local government.
The crowd applauded as small business owners and city council members echoed the words of the mayor.
It's just simply a bad idea, and it's okay to admit that. It's okay to admit that Governor Pence has made a huge mistake.
Most agreed the cut would shift the burden instead of eliminating it.
These would be cuts to probably public safety primarily. We'd have to reduce the amount of police officers we have and the firefighters in order to make up another $4.5 million of loss by reducing our budget.
Legislators responded they too have fears about the tax initiative.
If we as a state are going to cut that revenue, then we as a state are going to have to find some way to replace that revenue in a meaningful way.
The real problem is the problems that this piece of legislation is going to create for cities and towns and libraries and schools, and they just cannot afford to lose that revenue.
The next step may be more discussions, just like these.
This thing needs to be put on the back burner, and maybe even the best thing we could do with it is put it in a summer study committee and let those folks come forward and say, here's the evidence to prove this is really, really going to work.
In Terre Haute, I'm Lindsay Yates, News 10.
Now that was just the first of many sessions for this year. Those are always on the second Saturday of each month. The next one is scheduled for February the 8th.